Morning, my dear students of grade 2. This is Miss Vilika and I will be taking your English for this session. Okay, to begin with, let me highlight the name of the unit that we are going to take up today. So, the name of the unit is Ordinary Days. Here, you'll be learning the two story elements, that is, a setting and a character. There are so many story elements when you are writing a story, and the setting and character plays a very important role without which a story cannot be completed. And I assure you that at the end of the chapter, you'll be able to write a story of your own. Okay, so what is a setting? A setting is a time and a place where a story takes place. It answers the question when and where. When we talk about the timing it can be in the past or in the future, during the daytime or at night, or it can even be in the summer or winter. Okay, so now let's pick one word from here and put into an example. When we put into a sentence, we can say, as snow falls in the winter. So here, the winter answers the question, when. Now, let's move on to a place. When we talk about a place, a story can take place anywhere. It can be in the school or in the castle, in the jungle or in the desert, or it can take place anywhere. Now, again, let's pick one from here and put into an example. Okay, example. A boy went for a hunting with his friends in the jungle. Here, the jungle acts as a question, where? So here, it answers the question where the story took place. My dear students, what I want you to remember in this is that always remember that a setting answers the question of when and where the story takes place, that is, the time and the place. Now, let's move on to what is a character. When we say a character are the people or the animals in the story. Here, the people and the animal, they can feel, think, or they can even act. Let's take an example. When we're talking about the people, a people can be a boy or a girl, a king or a queen, a prince or a princess, or it can even be a poor beggar or even be a rich man. When we pick one more word from here and put into an example, we can say a poor beggar was being helped by a rich man. So here, a poor beggar and rich man act as a people character in the story. Next is animal character. When we talk about the animal character, there are so many animals that comes in our mind. For example, when we think about the animal, it can be a cat or a dog, it can be a lion or a tiger, or it can even be a hare and a tortoise. Now, when we put this into an example, we can say a hare and a tortoise plan to have a race one day. So here, a hare and a tortoise plays as a character of animal in the story. Okay, now I will be narrating a short story and I want you to figure out the settings and the character from the story. Here it goes. 100 years ago, there lived a prince. He lived in the castle with the king and the queen. Once, he married a beautiful princess and they lived together happily ever after. Okay, I hope you guys have figured out the setting and the character from the story. Okay, let me help you out. What is the setting in the story? Here, the settings are 100 years, that is when, and a castle, that is a place. Here, 100 years and a place answer the question when and where the story took place. So this is setting, and the next is when we talk about the character in the story. Here, the characters are the prince and the princess, the king and the queen. So these are the four people who play a role of a character in the story. So students, to repeat, I want you to always remember that when you are writing a story and when you are adding a story, there should always be a setting and the story. And under the setting, always remember that a setting is a time and a place where the story happened, that is when and where. And the next is a character. A character is a people or the animal in the story. And here, the character should be able to think, feel, and act at the same time. So my dear students, for your assignment, I want you to write a short story that contains the two elements, that is, the setting and the character that we have learned today. Thank you, and we'll meet up in the next class. Stay safe.